just a couple examples that will use a lot of the exponent properties. This first one, we're going to multiply these two together. A good way to start is look for your numbers. Multiply the numbers first. We have a 7 times whatever number, which technically would be a 1 right there. And we get 7 times 1, we have a 7. Now we're looking at, alright, y squared times y to the negative 4th. So because we have two bases of y, that means that we're going to add our exponents. And 2 plus the negative 4 gives us y to the negative 2. And now we have z to the 5th times z to the negative 1. Add those exponents and we end up with z to the 4th power. Now we think, hey, we're probably done with this problem, but let's take a look. The one thing I notice is that we have a negative exponent with our y. We can't have any negative exponents at all, and so what this means, this whole thing is over 1, this has to come down here to the bottom. So on the top we'll be left with a 7z, started to write a y, 7z to the 4th over a y, and we bring it down here, it becomes a positive y squared. And there's our final answer. This next example, we have a fraction inside parentheses. The whole thing is being raised to the 2nd power. So this exponent of 2 is going to come into all the bases on the inside. The 2 in here is a base on its own, so this is one thing I see people forget, is to bring the 2 into that base. Here's a base of x, the 2 is going to come in here. On the bottom we have a base of y, and so the 2 is going to come in there. So what it's going to look like is we have 2 to the 2nd power. Our x cubed, when we bring the 2 into that, because we only have one base of x, we multiply the 2 that we're bringing in. Over, we have y to the negative 4th, and then when we bring in that 2, we're going to multiply times 2. So simplifying this, 2 squared is 4x to the 6th power over y to the negative 8th. And again, looking at this, is there anything we can do, or is it in simplified form? This negative exponent cannot stay negative. Since it's already in the bottom of a fraction, we're going to bring it to the other spot, which is up in the top of a fraction, and that's where we get to make it positive. So in the end, we're going to have a 4x to the 6th, y to the positive 8. Now if you look at something and you're not sure if it's simplified all the way, check to see, do you have only one of each base? So here is a base of 4, here is a base of x, and a base of y. If we had left, like let's say we had another x to the 4th power over here, or something like that, seeing that there are two bases of x that can be combined, we would have to keep going. That wouldn't be simplified far enough. So make sure you only see one of each base for your final answer, and also that you have no negatives.